One of the most important substances for human survival is water, but 663 million people, 1 in 10, lack access to safe drinking water. That is roughly twice the population of the United States. The World Economic Forum announced in January 2015 that a water crisis is the #1 global risk based on impact to society as a measure of devastation. It revealed the sustainability of rural water systems in 8 countries in Africa, South Asia, and Central America found an average water project failure of 20 to 40%. The natural water cycle is a process in which water evaporates and turns into rain, which in turn refills underground aquifers, lakes, and rivers. In nature, only about 10% of the water is runoff, but in the urban water cycle there can be upwards of 55% runoff due to the amount of impervious ground cover. The urban water cycle is not very efficient. Instead of rain refilling aquifers under the cities, they instead become runoff and mix with our sewer system, which contributes to the problem of diminishing groundwater. Water pollution is the contamination of bodies of water typically caused by human activities. There are 2 methods by which water becomes polluted. The first is point source pollution, that is when loads are discharged at a specific location from pipes off of conveyance channels and other municipal wastewater treatment plants or industrial waste treatment facilities. The other is non-point source pollution, that is when pollution comes from many diverse sources caused by rainfall or snowmelt moving over and through the ground, including from pesticides used by agriculture industry to prevent crop damage, nutrient-rich fertilizers used by agriculture and landscapers, and motor oil and other chemicals that leak from automobiles. Some cities, such as Chicago, have a combined sewer system that carries sewage and stormwater to treatment plants using the same pipes. After a period of heavy rain or snowmelt, the system can be overwhelmed and the excess untreated wastewater is dumped into local lakes and rivers. The Alliance for the Great Lakes reports that more than 24 billion gallons of combined stormwater and untreated sewage is released into the Great Lakes each year. This waste contaminates the water with oxygen-consuming pollutants, bacteria, and viruses, which are harmful to the environment and to human health. Industrial pollution is created from businesses and factories that contaminate the environment by dumping waste products into the air and water from places such as paper mills and coal-fired power plants. So what can be done to mitigate the effects of waste and water pollution? Green roofs are one possible solution. They are relatively inexpensive and can reduce energy used by keeping the building cool in the summer and warm in the winter. More importantly, however, they soak up excess water that would otherwise end up in our sewers. They provide an unimaginable green space that will overall reduce your energy. Greywater is the type of water used in households not designated for drinking. Greywater usually accounts between 50 and 80% of all water consumed by households and can be used in places like toilets and washing machines. This water is safe for use, though not safe for drinking. Greywater can also be used to water plants in your backyard. Bacteria in the topsoil break down greywater, allowing plants to absorb the nutrients. This is much more effective than any man-made treatment solution. It also keeps this water out of the septic and sewage systems. Another method is called desalination, which is the process of removing salt and other minerals from a saline solution, such as seawater. The biggest drawback of this technology is that it is very energy intensive, so the cost is often greater than exploding sources of fresh water. There's also concerns about how to mitigate the waste, such as salt, which is produced. Another method for providing clean water is an emerging technology known as the omniprocessor. These machines extract water from fecal sludge and sanitize it enough to make it safe for drinking. This waste byproduct can then be used as soil fertilizers in agriculture. Something that individual homeowners can do to preserve water is to install rain barrels that capture rain for use in watering lawns and gardens. It can also help prevent basement flooding. These barrels are economical to purchase and also easy to assemble at home using basic tools and inexpensive parts. Individuals can make a big difference with modest efforts. Fixing a leaky faucet that drips just once every couple of minutes can save up to 40 gallons of water per year. Installing a low-flush toilet that uses approximately half of the water a standard toilet uses can save up to 20 gallons of water per day. There is so much to learn about water. Water everywhere, and not a single drop to drink. Water is one of the most important resources available to mankind. Day by day, the amount of people lacking clean drinking water is rising at an alarming rate. Policymakers and different governments of countries around the world are facing major water crises. There are many different solutions to the water problems we face today, many driven and influenced by the growing technological expertise in the field. However, at the end of the day, We as citizens and individuals need to adopt better water uses in order to make a difference.